Hey everyone. For those of you that I haven't met yet, I'm Wendy Roberts. I've worked at ProAction here for 22 years, starting out as a home visitor and have been in a management or leadership role for the past 20 years or so. I thought I would use this video spotlight as an opportunity to share a little bit about my somewhat new role as the Director of Culture and Workforce Development and how it connects to our values of innovation, excellence, and accountability that we've been talking about over the last several months. Starting with innovation, the creation of my role is an example of innovation, as it was created as a dedicated role to help support our values and culture work, and provides me with an opportunity to partner with leadership and management teams and serve as a liaison with our workforce. We want to better understand what you as employees are experiencing and strengthen the collaboration and creativity across the agency. Some other ways that we've been innovative is with our committee structure that you're probably familiar with, our new culture and workforce development committees, our re-energized employee engagement, communications, and safety committees. And each committee has representation from all departments and are essentially charged with carrying out our actions that support the operationalizing of our values, including building on our strength, what's working, and coming up with different ideas to help us better serve our customers and each other. Other ways that we're bringing our values to life is through like our safe containers, our monthly values discussions, values in action, and then this value spotlight. And just want to take a minute to thank many of you that have engaged and leaned into these monthly values discussions around our values and have shared your thoughts and lived experiences and what your perceptions are around your values. We've received some great feedback and also what additional ways we can support each other and you all in embodying our values and mission. So thank you for taking the time to do those. Some of you have also submitted or have been recognized in our values in action, which highlight the many ways we're honoring and demonstrating our values in our daily work as we serve families and customers or support each other as coworkers. The value spotlight, which I'm doing here, and if anybody can, I can do it, anybody can. If you know me, you know I don't like this stuff, but having some courage here. But you can also submit it through a written and how your role connects to the values, which I know some of you have. So thank you. You can have a conversation with a coworker and record that and submit that around the values. So just some ideas and ways that we've been trying to operationalize them. The next value is excellence, which has been an interesting value for me personally and professionally, as my experience with excellence has come with some misunderstanding or misperception. I often correlated excellence with trying to be perfect or having to be the best at something, pleasing or performing, and often at my own expense. But what I've learned is that excellence is striving to be a better version of myself. And a big part of that has been making mistakes and learning from them and seeing them as opportunities to grow. So as we operationalize excellence at the organizational level, we will want to continue to build on our strengths, promote a culture of learning, failing fast and falling forward, and empowering each other to share ideas. And also related to excellence, we heard through our values discussions and the feedback survey that we sent out, that we made our word cloud out of, is that many of you appreciate working here is the opportunity to grow and continue to learn. So in response to that, we have been working on an employee development SharePoint page that will be rolling out soon. That will be a central location for you to access various staff development opportunities and trainings, books, podcasts, those types of learning modalities, and continue to offer trainings based on your feedback that you provide. And the last value that I see come into life within my role is accountability. And one of the things that we learned through creating our values is that although many companies and agencies have their values posters on their walls, only 10% of organizations have made a concerted effort to put their values in action or create a shared language around the values so that employees know what they mean and that we can all talk about them. So we're not only excited to have our values and behaviors front and center in our offices, on our cards, the signs through the buildings and offsites, but we also are committed to walking the talk. We want to be clear about what behaviors, thoughts, words, and skills align with our values, and that we can teach, observe, and evaluate so that we can hold ourselves and each other accountable. And as we continue to learn about our values and share the different ways that we demonstrate and honor our values and how they translate to how we show up, how we serve families and customers, and how we support each other, it is important for us to hold ourselves and each other accountable. And to be successful with this, we want to continue to strengthen our culture that fosters an atmosphere of courage and trust. We want to encourage each other to speak up when someone isn't behaving or one of us isn't behaving in a way that's consistent with our values. Take the time to gain more understanding and sometimes having a difficult conversation. For me, accountability has also meant being intentional about my actions, my thoughts, my behaviors, and really trying to and striving to be a good role model. And in doing this, it has meant having the self-awareness when I needed more help or support, and then having the courage to ask. And I think that's an important part of this work in moving the needle as we continue to strengthen our culture. We do hard things. It's hard work every day that requires a lot from us emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritual. And even more so throughout this pandemic. And it's really important to not just talk about self-care, but it's important to fill up our buckets. And sometimes, well, if we get it too low, and show up for ourselves so we can care and support others in our lives. So that being said, I look forward to seeing you all in action in your day-to-day work. That's part of my role, is getting out and having conversations with you, listening sessions, learning more about what you do, who you are, listening to you, hearing your feedback and ideas, and really making sure that we are doing our best as an organization to address the needed changes. We know that it takes our entire workforce to drive changes at the org level. We truly appreciate you and are stronger together, as Laura's been saying the last few years through the pandemic. We also look forward to celebrating our 1-year anniversary of our values lunch and luncheon that we had last year. That'll be at Laura's agency picnic on June 23rd. And thanks to all of you, we have so much to celebrate. So thank you, and looking forward to seeing you all.